Welcome to Alongside Lauren. I'm Lauren, and I'm so glad that we get to spend a little bit of time hanging out in my kitchen this Sunday while I get a few bits and pieces prepared for the week ahead. We have got so many wonderful things coming up. We love this time of year. Heath and I actually first met at Easter. We met 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
And we've nearly been together for 20 years this coming Easter.
Yeah, that's right.
And so it's full of wonderful memories for us, but it also has some really strong spiritual significance for us with our faith, as well as having that opportunity to spend some time with family. We've got birthdays and holidays and other sorts of wonderful bits and pieces coming up as well. So it's a busy time, but it's busy because it's filled with marvellous things. So we are also in the throes of getting prepared for a Passover feast that we're going to be holding tonight with our Bible study. I'm also going to be preparing a hopefully quick frittata as well, which will use up a few bits and pieces that we've got kicking around the fridge and freezer that will be delicious with a salad. But most importantly, a cocktail to begin, I think.
That is a good idea.
So we had dinner last night to celebrate my mum's birthday. We've got now, I think it's a tradition, it's the second time that we've done it. And we like to have a rather ridiculous 3-course feast for my mother. As part of that 3-course feast, we serve some really beautiful spiced stewed plums, which you can see there. And I thought that some of the cooking liquid from the plums would be a delicious addition to a cocktail. So and not just because they were poached in white wine, and I would feel real weird having white wine on top of my porridge.
A little bit of white wine on porridge doesn't sound too bad to me. Just a little bit.
So you're right. I'll leave just a little bit in there.
Now, they were quite zingy. That's why the other reason that I think keeping a little bit of the juices would be good, because the plums themselves
they were quite tart,
very
which
tart.
meant that I loved them.
Very, very tart, but yes. Very good.
So there was about 2 and a lot tablespoons of cooking liquid there. It's very technical.
Very technical.
Very technical. Mm-hmm. And we'll add some of our old favourite. Oh, I'll slam the fridge. Some of our old favourites in. We've got an Australian Botanicals from Redlands Coast Distillery here, which I love. Ugh, it's beautiful. So because this is for 2, we'll do 2 shots. So 60 mils. And I reckon because of how, I don't know if we'll need any extra lemon juice or anything in there, do you think?
No, it should have a bit of tartness naturally.
So last night we had, for the entree, we did sort of cocktail chipolatas that were cocktail flavoured. Which is very normal.
It was a good sort of joke. It was a good gag. It was cosmopolitan cocktail sausages. So it was very clever, I thought. And they were very tasty. And they involved a fair bit of kumquat marmalade.
So Heath was on board.
So I was on board, and your mum was very much on board. She loves her marmalade, so.
Yeah, it was delicious. And with some cranberry, just cranberry sauce,
Yep.
lime juice, and a shot of gin as well. Look at the never-ending cocktail again.
Yeah. I'm happy to keep pouring that one for a while you.
I don't know if there'll be that much more to pour out.
I'll
And then we'll just top it with a bit of sparkling.
keep
I'm
it
not sure how
dancing
much
around.
sparkling is left in the bottle, but that's all right.
I think that's all she wrote. Very impressive colour.
Ooh.
Whoa. delicious.
Sorry, darling.
The fizz on top was delicious.
Should I garnish it with a bit of citrus? A citrus slice, do you think?
It's got plenty of citrus flavour in it
okay.
already. So, because of that kumquat, I think. You tell me what you think.
There shouldn't be any kumquat there.
Oh, sorry. My mistake. I'm getting confused. Well, I'm not sure what it is, but I'm getting a lot of citrus.
That's really good.
It's very good. Delicious.
This is a problem, though, when we make cocktails with leftovers. Like, none of this
One
is
and done.
repeatable.
One and done.
Oh, that is lovely.
Yeah, very good. Very refreshing. Great colour.
All right. So, with the frittata, we've got some red onion that we're going to add in. I've done something completely ridiculous, and I've picked a recipe that I'm not going to follow all that closely.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure I should have everything. But yeah, we're just going to take it as it comes. Amazing.
So what are you doing there?
I'm skipping through the fact that I'd already chopped through the onion. I didn't have to do that. I'm going to put it into a bowl that I've got here with some brie/camembert.
Oh, yep.
That we've just had sort of left over from cheese boards and that sort of thing. So we'll chuck that in.
So a frittata is like a quiche?
Yeah, like a baseless quiche.
A baseless quiche with extra vegetables compared to others?
Yeah,
or
I'd say so.
Is that pretty typical?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's such a great way, like, to do what I'm doing, which is like using up leftovers. So the other thing that I'm going to be popping in there is some leftover, completely forgotten the word, roast veg from last night because I had roasted a heap. We've got a heap of sweet potatoes, and I very glibly last night told Heath, "Don't worry, I've used up all the sweet potatoes," and I found another bag of them this morning. I have not used up all the sweet potatoes.
How many sweet potatoes have we got?
We've still got 2 huge ones.
2 huge ones, yeah. 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 But that is okay.
That's okay. My plummy cocktail is helping.
Yes.
Oh, that is really good.
It is very, very tasty. So how many eggs go into this frittata, do you know?
10.
10 eggs.
10 eggs.
Yikes.
When I was, how does it
Well,
go?
it is
When I was a lad, I ate.
It's a good thing that we get our eggs in mega
Like
amounts.
this. Yeah.
Yeah. And we get extra large eggs. So do you still put 10 in, or do you ease it off like by 1 or something?
I will. I was contemplating going a little less hard, which is what I would do. So we've got the other recipe that we have that uses a lot of eggs is our bacon and egg pie. And I will often go a little less hard because there's 14 eggs there.
Yep.
But because this is going to serve us for 4 lunches for this week, so that's 8 servings altogether. So I figure getting a little bit of extra protein from the egg will probably place us in good stead so that we don't end up feeling ravenous halfway through cracking the eggs. So we are preparing for Passover dinner for tonight, which will be really lovely. We cooked a whole leg of lamb on the barbecue last night.
In like slow cooking mode?
Yeah.
Or in smoking? Right?
So we'll pop it into the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. At least like you can count the egg yolks, which is good.
Yep, that is good.
Yeah, so we'll just warm the lambs through. Well, part of the reason why I wanted to do it yesterday was just to take some of the pressure off today. And we've got a few other bits and pieces prepared. Also, because we had a nice dinner last night for my mum.
Yes.
So we kind of had the... I was just trying to gauge whether or not I could crack another egg in.
That jug is looking...
It's really full.
Pretty full.
Don't trip,
Just
don't trip, don't
slow
trip,
down.
don't trip.
Yeah. Yeah. Take it nice and easy. Oh. Nailed it.
I did get like disproportionately nervous there. All right. So we're going to add in, we've got kale here that we got in our veggie box delivery this week. I'm also just going to add in, our amazing veggie stock concentrate.
The gift that keeps on giving, that one.
So good.
Salt and flavour all in one big wallop.
Now I've just got some chickpeas cooking away on the stovetop as well, because I was just a little bit concerned that because it's effectively a vegetarian dish and the protein that we'll be having is from the protein which is in the eggs, and I was worried it wasn't going to be quite enough to keep us satisfied for lunch, and sort of wanting to reduce the potential of popping down to the 7-Eleven for a sneaky milkshake, thick shake.
Can't get a thick shake. Oh yeah, of course you can. You can get a thick shake from the 7-Eleven. They did the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup ones recently. So with the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup ones, they put an email out to everybody.
Yeah.
Saying, good news, there's no peanuts in Reese's Peanut Butter Cup flavoured thick shakes. So it's a completely allergen-free drink. And then they sent another email almost immediately after going, it's peanut-free, it's not allergen-free, it's got milk, it's got... And they listed off a heap of things that they do have. But how have they made a peanut-flavoured thing without peanuts? That is my question to you.
This is not something I can answer.
No. And it's a little disappointing, isn't it? You would like to think that if it was peanut flavoured...
But how do you get the flavour of peanut with there being no peanut?
Weird, right? Yeah. It's a puzzle.
That's so weird. All right. So we've got a bunch of roast sweet potato and also some parsnips left over from last night that will pop into that bowl there. We've also got some chopped up red onion and our wee bit of brie. And I've sort of left it in fairly chunky bits so it'll kind of like melt nicely. Is the plan? Do you think that was enough kale or should I add like some more rocket?
That's always enough kale.
Okay, all right. I mean, I was partly joking, but like also, I always love adding in all the veg that I can.
More vegetables, the merrier.
So we will have this with quite a nice salad, and I'll add the chickpeas to the salad as well. Just to, boost that protein so we can avoid the peanut-free peanut shakes from 7-Eleven. That's wild.
Yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy.
And I'll also add in, we've got some...
A little bit of basil? Basil. Looks like you did a bit of a hunt for herbs in our herb garden.
Yeah, I did. Well, one of the things that that you do as part of Passover is like there's a bit where you get bitter greens and dip them into salt water to remind you of like
In slavery?
Yeah, the slavery of the Israelites under Egyptian rule. So. And I popped out to grab the parsley, which I'm just adding some extra in now for the salt water. I figured I'd just grab some herbs to go into the frittata.
So some of the things that we've been learning about Passover, not that we celebrate Passover officially, we're celebrating it as it points to Jesus, but
yeah.
But we found that you're supposed to have these things to taste bitter and have like an effect on you. And
One
the
of them is
horseradish
horseradish, yeah.
is designed to actually make you cry.
So you're meant to eat enough horseradish to make you cry.
Which, I mean, that seems like a odd way to have a celebratory.
That's all right. That's all right.
So yes, yeah, we'll make
So we'll
ourselves
give
cry.
that all a mix.
And the other thing that we were talking about was the salt water that you use
Yes.
for the herbs that you're meant to dip that you are meant to dip
That's enough
the
fun
bitter
plum drink
herbs
for you.
into. We didn't know how salty to make it, but it turns
No.
out that it's meant to sort of represent tears, and so we were joking that we would need to make each other cry,
Yeah,
and then sort of
to be able to figure out how salty the salt water should be.
how, yeah, yes.
So I'm just going to pour.
Oh,
Ooh,
let me move that.
and
And
pour this in.
oh, that is looking magnificent, hun. Beautiful. Look at all those colours. So there's not a lot of egg there.
Not compared to kale, no.
No. Yeah. But beautiful.
It'll just sort of help to bind it.
Yeah.
And the kale will. It always like surprises me how much.
It all
The
cooks
kale and
down,
stuff will
and
just
the eggs
cook
sort of
down.
almost fluff up a bit, don't they?
Yeah.
So
But yeah, that just it looks. It's nice and colourful and inviting, and with like a nice sort of green salad with some chickpeas, like that is a cracking lunch.
and super easy because we just slice it up in the morning, put it in a bag,
Yeah,
and take along with maybe a little bit of salad.
yeah,
Nice and fast.
job done.
So,
All
very
right, so I'm
good.
going to pop that in the oven for 20 minutes, and then that's that done. We'll be able to sort of continue on with the bits and pieces that we've got to do for Passover. And for dinners this week, we're going to have a nice, easy vegan burger, which is brilliant. I just have to put the time on before I forget, because it's only 20 minutes and I will go off and I will do something and I'll completely forget about the frittata. But we hope that you are also able to take an opportunity to do a few bits and pieces to make your life for the coming week a little bit easier. And we can't wait to do it all again on Alongside Lauren.